who could be the Middle Tennessee states right now as people are filling out their brackets and trying to identify those first and second round upsets that we always enjoy watching and discussing, Dick?
Well, I don't see many of them happening right now. I really don't. But I think one that really intrigues me, a 5-12. Keep an eye on South Dakota State. They got a great kid named Dom that played Ohio State, was very good. But that's one that intrigues me. Basically, I think you're going to see a lot of chalk prevail. I really do in terms of early in the tournament, in the early rounds. I don't see a 1 losing to a 16. I don't see that happening. But I think we're going to have some great basketball. There's no doubt about it. I know my Final Four right now.
What do you got?
They'll probably go out and win it. I got Virginia. I love Virginia. I think this could be the year that the Cavs finally make the journey to the Final Four. This team has got a winner's mentality. I've done several of the games this year. They're not going to overpower you, but they can find a way to win with their defense, their toughness, and their 3 guards can really play. Kid Jerome, Guy, and Hall. They really know how to play, and Tony Bennett, what he does defensively is incredible. I don't know how many teams. It's been like about 10 teams he held under 50. I mean, it's unreal. So I like Virginia. I like Villanova. I think Brunson is my player of the year. Certainly DeAndre Ayton would be right in the hunt as well. He's been playing great for Arizona. I think Arizona could really make a run. But I love the fact of Villanova. I just like their club Bridges. I had them earlier in the year, and they just Jay Wright's got a heck of a basketball team. Then I like a team that really impressed me when I was out in Vegas last week doing their games. Gonzaga. I think Gonzaga, what he's done, Mark Few, is unbelievable. And I like the Zags. I think that they got size, they got winner's mentality. They got kids in the backcourt who played last year. He came so close, a minute away from beating Carolina, Melson and Perkins. And then inside, they got the kid Jonathan Williams, who's a glass eater, a big-time rebounder, and the kid Tilley, who I couldn't believe, Rich. He made 11 threes in a row in the 2 games I was out there. 11 threes. You can take a lot of NBA players, stand them at the three-point line, nobody guard them, give them the ball, practice, and they wouldn't make 11 in a row. Never mind making 11 in a row in a game. So I like Gonzaga. And then I like the Spartans. I like the school you love, Michigan State. They told me you couldn't get in Michigan State, so you went to Michigan.
So you like Izzo making the run. Hey, look, they got a nice start, and they're in Detroit. They put the selection committee put them and Purdue in Detroit. Don't get me started with they send Michigan to Kansas to play Montana. But
I know. I Michigan won the Big Ten.
Please.
Michigan State twice.
Please.
Get that out, too.
I know.
But Michigan is a really – I love Michigan. I'm John Beilein's club. I think they're going to play. I think they're going to beat Carolina. I really do. I did the game this year when they did play Carolina, and Carolina dominated that game up in Chapel Hill. But this is a different Michigan team right now, and John Beilein is probably the most underrated coach in America. Not by media guys like yourself who know the game, or people like really the coaches. But among fans, you mentioned John Beilein, it doesn't get too much of a ride.
Well, Dick, I mean, you mentioned Johnny Orr, who is the Michigan coach from the, Cassie Russell, Chrysler Arena, known as the house that Cassie built. And I know Rudy T. He's been, back in the day. Mention him. And I know Steve Fisher had the magical run when Bill Frieder left. I think John Beilein's the greatest coach in the history of Michigan basketball, Dick.
You can make that argument. I wouldn't argue with you on that. He really has a great understanding of how to – his players get better, Rich. What I love about him, his players get better. He does a great job of developing players, and they play. He knows how to hide liabilities, and he knows how to take care of a kid's strengths and how to get the most out of them. I mean, you wouldn't get no argument out of me about that.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.